Hey guys, I am here by the Adriatic Sea in Albania with Chica, of course, and having some tiramisu and drinking a latte. Well, let's go back to the beginning. You see these poor dogs down here? Look at those poor dogs. I feel bad for them. That one curled up over there trying to keep warm. There's another one that's walking around here. No, they're very territorial. That's the thing about in Albania, sadly, is that you have a lot of strays. And they don't have shelters, or I heard there's just one, sadly. Now look at this young lady. Look how good she has it inside, the warmth. Look at you. Look how blessed you are. I know. Yeah, it's very sad. I've seen many Facebook groups or something like that trying to come over and adopt some of these dogs. If they're tagged, that means that they've been spayed, neutered. Well, not spayed or neutered, because I don't think they believe in that here. That's why you have such a large population of dogs. But that means they've been vaccinated. And I have to be careful with Chica, because in order for us to even come from the United States into the EU, I had to jump through so many hoops, going through 7 layers of the candy cane forest. Let me just tell you, and it was not cheap. Okay? So, I mean, she has been tested from the rooter to the tutor. She has everything she's supposed to have, her health certificate, her EU passport that covers all of that stuff. So I can't let her go around, with the other dogs that are around here. I just can't, because a lot of these dogs have parasites and things like that. She's gone through deworming. She's on, a monthly medication that keeps those things away, you see? So I have to be very careful about her. And when I go out, they're very territorial as well. So this dog has all of this. They have all of that, but they want to have all of over there too. And it's like, no, that's not going to work. So I have to carry her out and then kind of shoo them away, because they'll want to try to attack. And I can't let that happen. That's just not going to happen. So even with treats, I've tried to put treats out there for them, and they'll keep coming. I've had to have my landlord walk out there with me. That would be my only reason for cutting my visit in time short in Albania, because I've been in different areas, is because she's used to being able to go for walks freely and unencumbered and just enjoy life. But I can't have her running for her life. You know what I mean? But I do feel bad for this population of dogs, and hopefully, something can be done about it. Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome back, welcome back. Well, this video is going to be about my experiences so far traveling with Chica, with the dog, because this is my first time. So it's all new to me. Things can go wrong when you're just traveling alone. Now imagine, traveling with a pet as well. This video that I'm making is coming from Tirana, or is it Tirana? Tirana, I've heard people say different things. Tirana, Albania, which is the capital of Albania. So it's my first time. I've been here a month already. Well, it'll be a month in a few days. And I was in Golem, Duras, which is closer to the sea. Have a really beautiful view of the sea, and everyone's just been so wonderful. The people of Albania are so kind, and at least that's been my experience. Just wonderful, and trying to get to different areas. So I've been to Vlore, I've been to Sorrento. Sorrento really reminds me of like a smaller village of Positano, Italy. It really is. I mean, it's beautiful, and I have video of that. But I had not spent any time in Tirana, just the first night that I had arrived here. And I went on to Golem, Duras. But I'm here for a few days, and so far it's been wonderful just walking around. I mean, my Airbnb is immaculate. This probably has to be the cleanest. I mean, the most immaculate, just stellar Airbnb I have been in. Everything just pristine. So I will be showing you that as well, and recommend this particular Airbnb for those who are going to be traveling to Albania and you want to stop off in Tirana. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Well, let me just say, Shika is a fabulous traveler. She is wonderful. From the flight that we had all the way into France, our connection into Italy, 10 hours. She was, she slept. It was maybe 15, 20 minutes that she was up a little bit and that kind of thing. But from my experience, I think it's a good idea, and you would only know this about your own pet, is that it's best to travel with her during her normal bedtime. So we're going to be heading on a ferry pretty soon, and this ferry is about 8 hours, and it starts at 11 o'clock. That's perfect, because that's right in the middle of her bedtime until we, pull in the port about 8 in the morning. So that's going to be wonderful. I just make sure she goes to potty before that time, and she did not want to go to any of the potty stations in any of the airports except for when we were in LAX, and they had one that was in the airport, but it was open. So it was stationed outside. That's the only one. She wouldn't go to any of the other ones. Even when we had our layover in France, she wouldn't go. And they only had one potty station that was sand, and she wouldn't go in that. She didn't go until we finally got to our hotel. And then she did number 1 and number 2. So, but as I said, I always make sure that she goes right before we take off or we get on the ferry or whatever, and she's good until the next morning, and she's been that way. But I always make sure that she's going out a couple of times during the day, and that's been easier when we were in the U.S. and just open the door and she could go outside. In the house, that was easy, but when you're navigating through apartments and things like that, then it can be a little more challenging as to stairs or elevator and going down and meeting other dogs. So that's the other thing about Albania. I just want to say, as I said before and preface this, the Albanian people have been so kind. It's been a good experience in terms of coming to a new country and experiencing a different culture, which is what I always love. I've lived in other countries before. I've lived in Thailand and I've lived in Bali, Indonesia. Same thing. I lived among the locals, learned the language. Wonderful. But I didn't have a pet. Now, what I found out about Albania is that they sadly and unfortunately have a stray dog issue. And it hasn't boded well at all for Chica. I've had to pick her up in my arms and actually carry her outside through these strays to an area so that she could potty. And it's hard to do that because they're territorial. So that has been really, really challenging. So sadly, and it's made her really nervous. And I don't want her personality to change because she's very lovable and she's very approachable, but now that's starting to affect her. And so I've had to make a decision that Albania is probably not going to be where I'm going to settle in. And I thought, for retirement, that may be a possibility because right now they're offering 1 year visa free for Americans. So you look at those things. And sadly, because of this, because she has to be comfortable wherever we are. It's not just about me anymore, traveling alone. It's about her navigating and feeling comfortable where she is and being able to just go for simple walks, using her nose, enjoying the environment without feeling like she has to run for her life. So that's her well being, health wise, is my priority. So, having said that, I realize that they have an issue here. You can go online and see. I didn't see any of that because even though I have a Facebook profile, I haven't been on Facebook in years, but they're talking about it a lot in groups. But all the videos that I saw on YouTube were just kind of glorifying and glamorizing Albania and talking about it. And not that those things weren't true, but you really had to look and delve into it once I was here to say, there's the video about that, or this one particular person talked about it. And unless you have a house and it's secured by a gate and you can let your dog out and they're just kind of there, that's a different story than apartment living, Airbnb or whatever, and having to navigate through the streets, where these dogs are roaming around. Now, it's my understanding that in certain areas they're doing what they can about it. And there's some other things that have been taking place that I'm not going to go into, but I'm sure if you read in the forums, you can read all the things that are going on, which leads me to, I understand now why the U.S., and I remember on the show Price is Right, that Bob Barker used to always talk about, help control the pet population, have your dog, spayed or neutered. This is how you control the pet population. And you don't have that kind of issue. So it's not up to me to get into the government issues of what's going on in the country. But as I said, people have been kind, wonderful, but in terms of me settling in, because I have a pet, I have to look out for her well-being, her safety, and that is paramount and priority. So we won't be settling down here in Albania. So we'll be moving around and navigating. It's okay, chica. It's okay, mama. She's gonna protect her territory. Mama, it's okay. It's okay, baby. Come here, mama. Come here, baby. Chica. Come here, baby. Baby. Chica. It's okay, mama. Nobody's coming in. Come here, mama. Hold on. Come here, baby. Chica. It's okay, mama. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, mama, for guarding. Thank you for guarding us. But nobody's coming in, mama. I know hearing all those noises when you're in apartment living is very different. So anyway, that's the only time you'll hear her bark, is if she hears noises like that with people closing their doors and all that stuff, and you hear that more if you're in a hotel or you're in an Airbnb than you do in a house, or somebody knocks on the door, and that's the only time. That's it. That's what dogs do. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on and just talk about that, just to say you should see her even in taxis, maneuvering around like that. She gets right into her carrier and she's good to go. She'll just go right to sleep. So she is a fabulous little traveler. She is wonderful. It's no issues there. No issues there at all. Right, baby? Here's my baby. It's my chica, mama. It's my chica, baby. I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, mama. So anyway, everyone, I hope this video has been helpful for anyone who is considering traveling to Albania or any country. Check it out first. This is my first time being a pet parent, so you learn as you go. I think that it is important to, look at those things before you are going to travel with your pet, as to which country you are going to be going to and how you're going to be able to navigate and, walk and just kind of do the things that you normally would do. So something to think about. All right. Thank you so much again for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And you'll see me posting shorts a lot, and long form video you'll probably see me posting maybe once a week, maybe twice, because I have a lot of content since I've been traveling for the last 5 weeks, from Italy as well as Albania, and we're going to be on another adventure pretty soon. You will see. So again, thank you so much for watching, and
Take care. God bless.